Alright, welcome to Beers and Fears. I'm Brian.
And I'm David, and this is part 2 of our horror flight. So we're going to look at Jill Sixx's Call Girl.
Okay, so Jill Sixx, she's out of, let's see here, Kansas City, Missouri. And Jill actually started as just like pretty much everybody else that I know, just a fan of the genre. Loves the horror genre. It started in 2012 Slaughter Movie House. That's a showcase that she does out in Missouri where it's once a month. She gets these films, indie films together, and she actually just has a showing of them at a local bar. People could come, submit her film. She also writes a blog as well. And that's how, you know, she got to basically know these people that we'll talk about in a minute that are in her film. So she went out and started going into the conventions and came across a couple key players, found a script from a wonderful guy that had been holding on to it for a little while and got the basically cojones to go, hey, I never directed a film, but I want to try this. Would you let me? And he said yes. And that's where we are now with Call Girl. Amazing actors, amazing actress in this. David, tell us who it is.
I mean, right off the bat, I mean, these aren't just two like people you've never heard of. I mean, one that you should recognize right off the bat is Laurence Harvey. I mean, he's been in the Human Centipede 2 and also going to be in Human Centipede 3.
Yes.
And we're actually going to get to talk to him, so you should tune in August.
That's right.
When we actually get to talk to him. And one of the things we're definitely going to have to talk to him about is he always seems to have this thing with hitting people with crowbars. So we're going to have to talk about that because it just seems interesting how the two things we've seen him in, both times he's knocking people out with crowbars.
Yes, yes.
Because he just apparently can't get enough of them.
Those crowbars.
Yeah. And second, the only other actress in this is, who you should definitely recognize from previous things, is Tristan.
That's right. Yeah, you can actually catch her interview with us.
Interview?
Right here. Right around here.
Yeah.
It's quite cool.
And apparently with her, she actually heard that Laurence Harvey was part of it, so she was like almost like begging to be onto this part. And so it's just it's really cool to kind of hear these backstories of how big names are actually getting involved with somebody's first directorial position in film.
Yeah,
so it's just really cool, and they did a great job in this. I think the chemistry between them was great, and it really does show the level of acting that they had, that they could come in there and just do this. Yeah,
one of the things that really sold us, without giving anything away, because we got to keep in mind, these are shorts. This is a 5-minute long movie. 5 minutes. And within that 5 minutes, it's one continuous shot.
Yeah.
Jill set this up as a POV. And it's basically not from the eyes of the killer, but it's actually eyes from the person watching the killer, which is you, the audience. Yeah. And it's a really cool concept because the POV is basically like Harvey is talking to you while you're on your computer screen. You're actually having a chat with him. You're involved.
Yep.
You're more than just watching a film at this point. You are actually in the film. And that's just a really neat concept. And she pulls it off really well with one continuous shot.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
And then, you know, what can you say? Tristan did a great performance in this. Like you said, the chemistry was good. And honestly, I never heard Laurence Harvey speak more than 2 words.
Oh, yeah.
So hearing him actually dialogue and because Human Centipede, I think he like chuckled and grunted a couple times, but that was about it. But yeah, overall, phenomenal film. We're not going to say too much about it. We will be giving you more info when that film is available for you guys to see. So I guess that brings us to the beer. All right, so I'm going to pick this one here. We're looking at New Belgium's Ranger. It's an IPA. It's, you know, as IPAs go, for the most part, pretty much what you expect. What I do like about it though, because I'm okay with IPAs, but definitely not my first choice, as much as David's as well. But there is not as much bite to it as a normal IPA, so it's a little bit more smooth. So that's our choice for today. It's just enough bite to kind of go, ooh, man, that's an IPA. But it's smooth enough that you can swallow it through. Just kind of like this movie. Enough horror to go, ooh, but you kind of want to watch it again. In 5 minutes, pretty good. So, Jill Sixx, cheers to you, and cheers to everybody else.
So remember, fear never tasted so good.